Okay, in the past I've talked about using a jig in order to wrap different pieces. They're very helpful for wrapping tails and also the front fender. And here we're actually looking at the jig. I want to talk a little bit about specifics of how I have my jig set up. So you can see basically it's a vertical 2x4 and a clamp, and then on top we have a piece that runs maybe 2/3 of the length of the front fender from front to back, and that specific length kind of helps support the front and the back of the fender whenever the sides are screwed in. So you don't have to have any other screws holding the fender down other than these side screws. And so what I have here is kind of just a cross piece that goes across, and that's the dimension, you know, you can measure in between your front fender when you're wrapping it. That's the width there in between where your forks would be. And then all I do is I make sure that it comes down on the post far enough to where I could put 2 screws in there into the wood to hold it. So basically all I've got is just a standard wood screw or a sheetrock screw with a washer on it. And then that washer is small enough to go inside this whole pocket, but big enough to keep the head of the screw from coming through the actual hole that's holding the fender in there. So, and then once you screw that down on both sides, it's very steady. And of course, since it's in a vise, you can just unclamp it, and you can raise it and lower it, and you can also flip it around left and right. But it makes wrapping the front fender piece way easier. You can, if you have a jig like this set up, you can wrap the front fender easily in probably 30 to 45 minutes. And that's including trimming it out and everything.